Research Methodology 101. How to conduct interviews like a pro. 15 interview questions, examples, types and tips. My name is Dr. Javed Anjumshi. Types of question. Behaviors. What a person has done or is doing. Opinions. Values. What a person thinks about the topic. Feelings. What a person feels rather than what a person thinks. Knowledge. To get facts about the topic. Sensory. What people have been touched, heard, tasted or smelt. Demographies. Standard background questions such as age, education, etc. Sequence of questions. Get the respondents involved in the interviews as soon as possible. Before asking about controversial matters, first ask about some facts. Intersperse fact-based questions throughout the interviews. Ask questions about the present before questions about the past or future. The last questions might be to allow respondent to provide any other information they prefer to add and their impressions of the interview. Types of interview questions. The common denominator that determines effectiveness is the questions. This clip covers the types of interview questions. Using different questions and answer types effectively leads to more engaging interviews. Incorporating the different types gave you more complete and accurate result. Different question types are dichotomous questions. Dichotomous is generally a yes-no question. It is often a screening question to filter those who don't fit the needs of the research. Example. These questions are close-ended questions that do not allow for further explanation. This question framework is appropriate for factual reporting, but can be used inadvertently in a leading manner. The benefit of this type of questions are twofold. They are easy to comprehend as well as they are short. Anytime we can simplify the interview experience, the user or respondent wins, and this can lead to greater survey completion rates. Multiple choice questions. The multiple choice question consists of three or more exclusive categories. Ask for either single or multiple answers. Example. In the example, the user selects only one out of 7 provided. You could configure this question to allow user to select multiple answers, such as all of the above responses. Primarily, multiple choice questions can have single select or multi-select. Rank order scaling. Rank order scaling types of survey questions allow ranking of app. You list options and ask user to rank them on specific attributes or characteristics. Consider a fitness track company that wants to know what feature their user liked the most. List down the feature and ask your respondent to rank the options based on how much they like them. Example. Consider a fitness tracker manufacturing company that wants to know what features are ranked most important by their respondents and what do they buy fitness tracker primarily for. Their ideal target audience is a group of people who already use a fitness tracker. Rating scale questions require a person to rate a product or brand along within a well-defined range. Rating scales measure the direct and intensity of attributes. Example. Generally, this scale is used to evaluate the performance of a product. Semantic differential scale questions ask a person to rate a product, brand or company on a 7-point rating scale. The end of scale feature polar opposite objective. For example, very unlikely to very likely. A typical example is asking customer to rate their willingness to purchase the product again. Example: questionnaire using the semantic differential question is the most reliable way to get information on people's emotional attribute towards the topic of interest. Staple scale. Questions ask a person to rate a brand, product, or service according to a specific characteristics on a scale of -5 to +5. The rating range indicates how well the attribute describes the product or service. Example: the scale can be either vertical or horizontal, with one single adjective in the middle of the range of values, and the respondent has to choose the numerical values that best defines the validity of the adjective. Constant sum interview questions. A constant sum interview question permits the collection of ratio data. It means data can express the relative values or importance of the options. For example, if option A is twice as important as option B. Example: use this question when you are relatively sure of the reason for purchase. Total study items must equal 100 points. Open-ended. A great way to incorporate an open question is through the other option of multiple choice question. Add an open-ended text box after your multiple choice option to capture each user's response to other. For example, you ask person's favorite color and include options for orange, green, blue, and other. For the respondents whose favorite color is not present as one of the options, then they select other option and enter their answers. Example: the open-ended survey question explore qualitative in-depth aspects of particular topic or issue. It gives the person a chance to respond in detail. Although open questions provide a direct look into a person's thought, don't overuse them. Open questions are time-consuming and require more efforts. You might accidentally lower your number of responses. Demographic questions. Demographic information is integral of the success of a survey. It identifies age, gender, income, race, geographical location, number of children, and other essential qualifiers. Demographic data help you paint a more accurate picture of the groups you are trying to understand. A better understanding of your audience allows you to allocate promotional resource effectively. Example: survey questions examples template also include psychographic or lifestyle topics. These questions provide an in-depth psychological profile and look at the activities, interests, and options of respondents. Matrix table. Matrix table questions are in tabular format. The questions reside on the left of the table with answer options across the top. They are two-dimensional variant of multiple choice questions. Multi-point scale allow respondent to select only one option per parameter, while multi-select will enable them to choose multiple options. Example: the spreadsheet structure convert text and option into organized table. They are easy for the respondent to complete. Side-by-side matrix. Need to know multiple aspects of a single parameter. Use a side-by-side matrix for a visual appealing design. It gives you option to define various rating options simultaneously. Example: consider that you need to know how important and satisfy a customer is with customer service. A side-by-side matrix allows you to ask about both at once. The layout makes it easy to identify the problems area to make changes and improve your business. Static contents. Static questions add value to your questionnaires by displaying additional information. Presentation text questions are static type, usually separate different sections of a survey. Example: you can also add headings and subheadings to the various parts of the study to make it aesthetically pleasing. Miscellaneous. The category of survey questions captures a variety of data types. Example, depending on the purpose of the survey, you might want to collect a captcha codes, date of birth, or point to a map. Visual analog scale. The visual analog scales allow you to increase the visual appeal of, for example, you ask participants to rate the services they receive. Example, other options include social media sharing, star rating questions, thumbs up or down, and smiley rating. Smiley rating in particular are pleasant to the eyes and deliver a positive impact. Image chooser. The use of image improves user experience. Consider an article with lot of text. Example, would you prefer to read a page with only text or the one with lots of attractive graphics? Most people will choose the one with images. These are the references. Need your questions? Write down in the comment section. Likes, share. Thank you.